Hey, how y'all doing out there? This easy work boxing about to hit you everywhere but under your feet with this one. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Y'all know I told you my channel got a strike. You know, I don't know, a hater, somebody sent some, and now my channel strike, but we're going to keep working. About to hit you everywhere but under your feet with this one. Once again, I'm talking about the next Floyd Mayweather. Who will take the crown? Who will take the pound for pound status, the legacy of Floyd Mayweather? Who will be the next Floyd Mayweather? Now I decided to choose from certain fighters, five new fighters, new generation era fighters. Teofimo Lopez, Gervonta Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, and Shakur Stevenson. Now, before I go into who I feel is the predecessor of Floyd, who will take Floyd's spot, I will first name some other boxers who I feel also had the chance of taking Floyd Mayweather's spot, but due to, certain situations, they didn't, and losses, they couldn't, fulfill that spot. Now, the names I got are Deontay Wilder. I feel that if Deontay Wilder would have beat or knocked out Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder was on his way to being that fighter that could have took Mayweather's spot. And yes, a heavyweight. He was undefeated. Knockout ratio was high, broke records. I think he was on his way. Adrian Broner, if he would have never lost to McDonald, yes, I feel that he would have been on his way. Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman brought me back to boxing. And if you check on PBC, he held one of the highest views fights coming in when he first, came back, when Keith Thurman brought the sport of boxing back on his feet. Now, a little bit about all these fighters, when I was doing my research on them, I went to old things about Floyd Mayweather that I wanted to look. And the first thing I went and looked for was father trainer. That's the father, that's training their son, brought him up from the ground up. Now, the only fighters that I could really see that really were brought up from the ground up by their fathers were Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney. Now, the rest, have trainers. Devin Haney, he have his father, but, really Floyd Mayweather Sr. trained him. Now, that was a big plus. And Teofimo Lopez, his father trained him. Shakur Stevenson, if I ain't mistaken, his grandfather got him into boxing, but I ain't sure who his legit trainer is. Tank, Calvin, his legitimate trainer, but now you can say Floyd and Calvin trained him. And we got Ryan Garcia, trainer his father. Okay. Now, I'm looking for the reasons on who will make the best Floyd Mayweather, who I think will be coming out being the best Floyd Mayweather. Now, Devin Haney gets a lot of acclaim. To me, Devin Haney hasn't fought anybody. Shakur Stevenson, he really hasn't fought a big name. Ryan Garcia, he done fought some names, he beat Duno. He finna fight Campbell. Now, Duno wasn't a top echelon fighter, but he was a fighter in his weight class that people thought he was afraid of, so that's why I put Duno on there. Now, when it comes down to, Olympics, Devin Haney, he didn't go to the Olympics. Teofimo Lopez went to the Olympics. Shakur Stevenson went to the Olympics. Tank didn't go to the Olympics. Ryan Garcia didn't go to the Olympics. Now, the reason I put the Olympics in there because Floyd Mayweather went to the Olympics even though he didn't win the medal. Now, the fighters that I did name were, Teofimo, Shakur, and that's it basically. Teofimo, Shakur, yeah. Now, in the amateurs, Teofimo Lopez had a record of 150-20. Devin Haney had a record of 138-8. I can't really find Shakur Stevenson's. Now, when it comes to Tank, he was 205 with 15, and Ryan Garcia was 215 and 15. Now, who is it that I feel that already has taken a chance to beat Floyd Mayweather out of those five fighters? I can't say Devin Haney. Devin Haney hasn't fought real name competition yet, even though he's fighting Gamboa. Tank's leftover, which, is Tank's leftover, and Tank went 12 rounds with a 38-year-old with an injury and knocked him out. So Devin Haney going to be fighting the same fighter that just got knocked out, came off a leg injury. Ryan Garcia, can't say. He fighting Luke Campbell. Duno wasn't a big enough name. Shakur Stevenson, even though he hasn't fought a big name, he's up for a title shot next year. The winner of Herring and Frampton. Teofimo Lopez beat the Matrix. And this is before his 17th fight. Floyd Mayweather's biggest fight was his 17th fight. And if he not only goes out and decides to fight Devin Haney, that's the back-to-back. That's Hernandez and Manfredi. That's Vasil Lomachenko and Haney, if he's victorious against Haney. Now, if he's victorious against Haney, that will bring a lot to him being the next Floyd Mayweather. Now, Shakur Stevenson, he has the goods. He has the fighting ability to be the next Floyd Mayweather. Also, Tank. Tank has also had big fights. Cellular, Francesca, Pedraza, and Liam, Wilson or Smith, whatever his name was undefeated. So he has big names as well. Now, I have to push Stevenson out the way, and it's just Tank and Teofimo. Now, by Tank fighting the names, and Tank is closer, but Tank has went up in divisions and won belts. Tank is a pay-per-view. He's a fighter that can be on pay-per-view, and he is going to be on pay-per-view. He is now. And Teofimo Lopez hasn't, but he has beat the biggest fighter out there in the sport of boxing, the so-called pound-for-pound fighter in the world. Now, I brought in this fact about the father. And the one that's left is Teofimo Lopez. And the reason I feel that Teofimo Lopez is so good is because he had his father in his corner. Your father is not your trainer. Your father can get you in line. Your father can check you, hit you, make you get it right. And that's how Floyd became so great. But he has not came up to the divisions and done what Tank has done. It's not a big name like Tank. And Tank has fought more bigger name fighters than Teofimo Lopez. I would really give this to Teofimo Lopez if he were to beat Devin Haney. If, let's say, the fight happened last Monday, he beat Devin Haney. Hands down, I feel that Teofimo Lopez would take that spot. But since Tank has the belts in different divisions, Tank has the more names at a younger age, Tank is the more known superstar right now, I would have to say that Tank is the predecessor of Floyd Mayweather Jr. Due to the fights that he's had, even though I criticize him for not fighting big names, he has fought names. He's young. He's becoming a star. He's went up in different divisions. The rest of these fighters who I named, Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, Shakur, none of them has done what Tank has done right now. And it's just the truth, you know. I give it to her how I tell it, you know. At the end of it, I feel that Tank is leading the way to be the next Floyd Mayweather. I feel Teofimo Lopez is right behind him. That's if he beats Devin Haney in his next fight. You know, and along with what I say about him being trained by his father and the come up of him winning a big fight before his 17th fight, he could have took the spot. But since Tank is doing more and Tank is out there fighting the biggest names, becoming more of a star, has more belts and divisions, I'm going to have to go with Tank being a predecessor of Floyd Mayweather Jr. And I criticize the hell out of Tank. I'm sorry, y'all know that. But that's the way I see it, you know, to break it down. I was going to go with Teofimo Lopez, but T.O. ain't did enough yet to say that. He ain't went up in weight class. He only beat Vasil Lomachenko, one big name fighter. He hasn't had no weight. He doesn't have weight, belts in other divisions. So that's what I'm going with, y'all. I'm going with Gervonta Tank Davis, to me, is the predecessor of Floyd Mayweather, and he will be the face of boxing coming up. This is Easy Work Boxing. Thank y'all for y'all time. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I apologize for the lighting and stuff. I wasn't expecting this to happen, y'all. The haters tried to get me out of here, but I'm going to keep on moving. I'm going to keep doing what I do. Keep commenting, keep posting, your comments. Please hit the like button when you see the videos. And most of all, stay tuned. If you're new to the videos, please subscribe. This is Easy Work Boxing. I'm out.